What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I seen this video the other day, forgot to do it, but more information came out. There's an update in it, and it's concerning this idiot right here. The man you see up here is 21 years old. His name is Dalton Lee Janacek, aka El Toro Gringo. This dude right here is a moron, and he had a death wish, and it should have came true. And I'm being dead serious. This guy right here in Plymouth Township, Pennsylvania, I think they said it was pulled over by the police in a 2021 G-Wagon, and instead of giving his credentials like normal citizens do, he decided to flee. But before he fled, he decided to run the officer over with his SUV. And if that wasn't enough, he came back twice and did it again. Now this officer's lucky to be alive, because after he did that, he went and crashed into another police officer. And that's not the end of the story. More information has come out about how crazy this dude is. Man, some people have it coming and they never get it. But others that don't have it coming get it all the time. Why? Check it out.
In other news tonight, a man has been charged with attempted murder after investigators say he injured two Plymouth Township police officers. Happened over the weekend. Authorities say the suspect intentionally rammed his vehicle into police vehicles, and tonight, video of the tense incident is going viral on social media. Action News reporter Walter Perez live in Plymouth Township with the details and that video. Walter.
That's right, Rick, and that video, as you'll see, is intense. Now, the suspect, Dalton Lee Janacek, is being held without bail tonight on a slew of charges, including aggravated assault, fleeing police, and attempted murder of a law enforcement officer. This video of a Plymouth Township police officer being assaulted has more than 2 million views on TikTok and is now part of a police investigation. It all started around noon this past Friday on reports of the suspect, 21-year-old Dalton Lee Janacek of Lower Gwinnett, driving erratically but quickly fleeing police who tried to pull him over. The video reveals what unfolded after another officer tracked down the suspect's Mercedes G-Wagon on a DoubleTree Hotel parking lot in Plymouth Township. Rich Vona, who oversees police training as the Bucks County Director of Law and Safety, says these are the kinds of incidents many police officers face on a regular basis.
Every call that an officer gets is an unknown danger, right? Because they don't know what it is that they're often being dispatched to.
Once the officer activated his lights, the suspect allegedly put the Mercedes into reverse and rammed the squad car. The officer exited his vehicle and told the suspect to stop. Instead, the suspect accelerated directly at the officer, who opened fire. The officer was struck by the vehicle, and that's when the suspect allegedly ran over the injured officer 3 more times with the Mercedes. Janacek was arrested a short time later after ramming 2 other police vehicles and injuring a second officer. Both officers were transported to the hospital. The first officer was severely injured and underwent emergency surgery. Vona says that officer's bravery is noteworthy.
He had the wherewithal to do what he was trained to do, which was take action, not just become a victim and succumb to his injuries.
Now, at last check, both officers are described as being in stable condition at this hour, but once again, that first officer's injuries are described as severe, and his road to recovery is expected to be a long one. Reporting live from Plymouth Township Police, Walter Perez, Channel 6 Action News. Rick?
All right, Walter, thank you for that report.
The video begins as a Plymouth Township police officer pulls behind a Mercedes G-Wagon Friday afternoon.
Girl.
The woman behind the camera appears shocked once a Mercedes backs into the Plymouth Township police car in the parking lot of the DoubleTree Hotel. Watch as the driver of that 2021 Mercedes backs up again. The officer is still inside his cruiser. The impact pushes the police SUV backwards. The officer screams for the driver to show his hands. The cruiser moves back again. His weapon drawn, the officer demands the driver to get out.
Girl.
He does not. The cruiser is slammed again. The officer again tries to get the suspect out. It sounds like 6 shots are fired, and then those behind the camera realize the officer is badly hurt.
Oh my God, the police officer.
According to court documents, the woman recording and her friend tried to help the officer, but that car came back again and struck him again. 21-year-old Dalton Janezek was arrested only after he hit another set of patrol cars as police tried to apprehend him. Once out of the vehicle, police say Janezek told police, "Put me in the car or I'll kill you." Janezek appeared in court over the weekend. He asked the judge to give him the name of the type of court hearing that he was appearing in. And he told the judge he was a LaSalle High School college graduate and spent 2 years at Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles. An online profile shows him as part of the rowing team. He didn't tell a judge why he left school or his job at a local restaurant, but told the judge he was living off his savings and his investments. A public defender for the 21-year-old argued for bail, but prosecutors told a judge no bail would keep the public or police safe. Prosecutors say Janezek was in Chester County. They say he threatened to blow up a police station and had several traffic issues, they say, in multiple townships just before critically injuring officers who were trying to apprehend him. Now, sources tell us a hotel room here was searched, the room that Janezek was believed to be staying in the days leading up to this incident. We did a criminal records check for him and found that up until June, he had no criminal record, and that's when a series of significant traffic incidents had appeared on his record, but nothing as serious as attempted murder of a police officer, one of the several charges he's facing now. In Plymouth Township, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
That shit is crazy. And you see he got a little bit of money, right? Said he had investments and he lives off of his savings. So he done saved a little bit for himself. But he just as wacky as in the head as a lot of other people in stories I do. Never had a criminal record. All of a sudden get hit with a rash of tickets. Changed his psyche. I'm more than sure that was a problem. Bunch of tickets, all of a sudden the whole world is against him. He get pulled over that time, it throws him into a tizzy. I'm not going to take it anymore. God damn it. Fuck the police. You got a 2021 G-Wagon. What's that, like $100,000? And you tear it up, hitting the car that got you boxed in. The cop was so mad when he jumped out the car. Did you see he didn't even put it in park? The car was still in drive. It started coasting down the street while he getting ran the fuck over. Crazy, man. Everybody's crazy. You know what I mean? Don't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what race you are. People don't care. They doing stupid stuff out here. Hard to explain. From youngest to the oldest, people are just doing suicide missions, risking their own freedom and throwing their lives away. They had to argue no bond for this guy after he threatened to hurt law enforcement officers. Why would bond even come up? This guy should never get out. Until his day in court, he should never get out. And really, he shouldn't have no day in court. How many times we did videos where drunk drivers wipe people out and don't have a scratch on them? How did that cop miss? But see, that cop, and I hope he does make a smooth recovery. He was doing his job. That cop was fat as hell. And like sometimes, and this is just me, no offense to any police officers, with the way crime is and the way you have to, you could die at any time. Wouldn't it make sense to be in optimum shape for the job that you're doing? That cop was big as hell. He couldn't even backpedal fast enough. The guy ran him over. He let off all them shots and missed him. The guy ran him over. Then came back when the people was trying to render aid and ran him over again. So he drove off, thought about it, came back, and tried to finish the man off, just doing his job. And they talking about giving him bail. Stupid shit. Shouldn't even have to argue that in court. It should be a mandate. Once you try to kill somebody, you get no bail. Then another thing is this, right? He said he had investments. I was sitting here thinking, at 21 years old, you got investments and you doing good like that. Maybe he was dealing with cryptocurrency because that's the new big thing with younger people. Me, I wouldn't touch it, but some people believe it's going to be here to stay. But, man, there's so many things at 21 years old you can do with your life besides throw it away. Shit, he had a G-Wagon. Now, they said he stayed in the room, but I mean, at 21 years old, you was out there getting it. And that wasn't enough for you? The smallest thing knocked you off your square? People that, are older than him that have a little bit, or, you know, is happy with what they got, or just know what life's about, look back at that shit and just shake their heads. You a stupid ass. I know your family's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't answer it. They pull you up the car. Let me go or I'll kill you all. Shut up. Shut your stupid ass mouth. Motherfuckers make the most stupid threats that's as idle as can be when they not the one in control. It's crazy. Either way, man, this type of shit, if I ran shit, you'd be shown the flowers. You tried to kill somebody over a moving violation where you were pulled over. You wasn't even going to go to jail. You would have just got a ticket. But everything inside you that had to explode on this guy that's doing his job, all of a sudden now is justified in that peanut head of yours. Embarrassing. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Listen, if you got a death wish, that's on you. I still cannot figure out how them bullets did not hit that guy. And then it's the thing though. This is how crazy he was. The officer was facing the car and shot 6 shots. I'm more than sure they was hitting that car. And they didn't hit you, so you drove off. And then you thought about it. Let me go back into the fray and try to kill this man after he tried to kill me because I tried to kill him. That's all I got to say. See you in the next video. Take care. Motherfuckers are dumbasses.